What's up everybody, Damon here, and in today's gaming news, the Helldivers 2 dev has FromSoft-sized ambitions, footage of Valve's next game seems to have leaked, and Nintendo Switch gets another hot exclusive. This is your daily fix. After the enormous sales success of Helldivers 2, developer Arrowhead has said it has a grand ambition to become the next Blizzard or FromSoftware. In an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, former Arrowhead CEO and now Chief Creative Officer Johan Pilestedt and new CEO Shams Jorjani insisted they have no plans to sell the company, but do want to realize their ambition of taking it to the next level. Other developers behind the critically acclaimed and commercially successful World of Warcraft and Dark Souls games are a particular inspiration. "We pride ourselves on being an independent studio," Pilestedt said. "We have to see what the future holds, but there's nothing in the plans where we want to be acquired by somebody. I want to see how high we can fly, and bringing Shams on board, we have a good potential to realize that future of turning into the next FromSoftware or Blizzard." Jorjani added, "The goal of the studio is to make really great co-op games. We really want to turn Arrowhead into a flagship studio where people who want to make these kind of games say to themselves, I want to work at Arrowhead. When we were growing up, we really wanted to work at Blizzard. It was one of the bucket list places to work at. I think Arrowhead has the potential to be that." Arrowhead will inevitably grow in size after Helldivers 2 sold 12 million copies in 12 weeks to become the fastest selling PlayStation game of all time, as well as the best selling game of 2024 so far. However, the studio heads insisted Arrowhead wants to focus on measured growth and has no plans to go public. "We don't run the business for monetary gain," Pilestedt said. "The humbleness and the desire to just make great games is the only reason we exist." Moving on, footage of Valve's alleged next game, Deadlock, appears to have leaked. This month, Valve reporter Tyler McVicker published a video to YouTube in which he claimed Deadlock is currently in closed alpha with an announcement imminent. Competitive gaming YouTubers were said to be already playing under a non-disclosure agreement that clearly has not held up. Screenshots and details hit the internet describing Deadlock as a third-person hero-based MOBA shooter with 6v6 battles on big maps with 4 lanes. There are abilities and items alongside tower defense mechanics as part of a setting described as fantasy steampunk. Now a snippet of gameplay is leaked online, published to Twitter by the player IGN account. No relation. It shows Deadlock in action with traversal via a BioShock Infinite-style handrail system. There's also a brief look at the character select screen, showing off the various heroes and their abilities. According to Insider Gaming, Deadlock gameplay is mechanically similar to Valve's MOBA, Dota 2, and involves killing creeps to obtain a currency spent on buying items that make the hero characters more powerful. There's a larger AI boss in the middle of the map, the site claimed. Valve has yet to comment on the Deadlock leaks. IGN has asked without response, but it looks very much like the company behind Dota 2, Counter-Strike 2, Left 4 Dead 2, and Team Fortress 2 is ready to reveal yet another game that does not have the number 3 in its title. Valve's last game to be released was competitive first-person shooter Counter-Strike 2, which effectively replaced Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Before that, in 2020, Valve released Half-Life Alyx exclusively for VR headsets. Valve also released a Dota-themed digital card game called Artifact that completely fell flat on its face, and a Dota auto chess game called Dota Underlords. And finally today, Jupiter Corporation has announced Picross S Namco Legendary Edition for Nintendo Switch, due out exclusively via the eShop on May 30th for $11. Picross S Namco Legendary Edition is based on various Namco franchises, including Pac-Man, and makes their famous characters available as Picross puzzles. A total of 30 Namco titles and over 500 puzzles are included in the Legendary Collection. Other Namco games and characters making an appearance include Xevious, Galaga, Dig Dug, the Tower of Jiraga, and Splatterhouse Wampako Graffiti, although no Splatterhouse proper, sadly. This follows the release of the Sega-themed entry, Picross S Mega Drive and Master System, back in 2021, which was also very cool. I love Picross. You will find me playing this on my Switch next week. And that is your daily fix for Wednesday, May 22nd. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out the launch trailer for Godzilla and Dave the Diver. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.